Stay black in America, don't leave. Greatest country in the world for a black man or a black woman. We're going to delve into a black American women marriage rate. In the 1960s and the 1970s, the black marriage rate was between 61% and 76.5%, starting declining horribly in 2010. Marriage rate is about 23 to 32%. Now we got 2023, marriage rate is about 21%. So black women in America are the lowest marriage rate in the entire country of America. And black divorce rate is the highest in America as well. So you got the lowest marriage rate and the highest divorce rate. Now, granted, our population in this great country of America is only 12.1%. So you're looking at categories there which are pretty horrible indeed. Says that most of these divorces come from infidelity or extramarital affairs, conflicts, arguments, things of that nature. I always thought it was money. It used to be money was the main reason for divorce here in America, but I guess it's the second now. Infidelity, extramarital affairs, and then arguments and conflicts. We wonder, how does this phenomenon occur in black America? The big thing. I think a lot of things happen. The access to the welfare system has become a smoother, easier transition for women to get pregnant with a baby and have Uncle Sam take care of the baby. That's one reason. Second reason was that there was a systematic plan by, when we say the government, who are secret government societies, a secret kind of plan to destroy what's called the nuclear family, which means to hit that 61 or 70 or 76.5%. Now, in the 60s, it was really big in America for civil rights and black people supporting each other and boycotting and things of that nature, which means it brought a lot of people together, brought family units together, and were able to achieve a lot of things as far as civil rights and picking one's income up and have more opportunities for jobs and not being able to sit back of the bus, the back of the counter to eat food, Jim Crow racism, a whole bunch of stuff like that. But what occurred in this thing here is that what really hit it hard was that in the 1970s they started closing trade schools in the cities. Now the inner cities are always mostly predominantly black. So if you close trade schools, where a man can work with his hands and become a pipe fitter or a welder, where he can become a carpenter, where he can become a masonry, laying brick and block, where he can become an electrician. Now you got AC and heating. Got a lot of things that a guy can do with his hands where he can make extra money on the side. So he's not employed by, say, a company. He still can make money on the side, fixing and doing things, which in turn puts money into the family's coffers, right? Making money. A lot of jobs, if they want to meet the quota of having a certain amount of black people working, because racism, can hold people out of the job, then they're more likely to hire a black female than a black male to reach that quota, because what you're doing at that point is you're making the black woman a higher wage earner than the black man. So when you look at the statistics, you see that the nuclear family mostly had black males earning more money than black women, and black women being housewives, taking care of their kids, and maybe some of them doing like domestic work, cleaning houses and things of that nature for Caucasians, right? So now you get a situation where the wage differential has changed, and welfare takes care of certain situations. So what it tends to do is that it tends to separate or cause more conflicts, because people, again, I say money shortage of money can cause a lot of conflicts. And if people are not being willing to have discipline and self-control and to put the money in the right places where it's supposed to go to bring about a success, and just throwing it away, then money is going to really be a big problem. And if and the worst thing that I think in any kind of relationship, marriage relationship, is when you deny the other partner sex, or you don't want them to touch you, or this kind of thing because you're angry. You're automatically just opening the door for infidelity or extramarital affairs. I mean, in those sex ages, those ages from 20 to probably 40, people have really high sex drives and such of that nature, where they become so prominent in mind, so important that they gotta have some sex or whatever. And those are the worst kind of ages when you want to deny something from a partner or somebody because you're angry at them, or because of finance, or because of a conflict, which in turn works on that divorce rate, right? So that's why it's so high. A lot of stress in America on black America, black women and black men. So that's what occurs there. And then you have the disconnect when you have a lot of you have a majority of black women, because you only got in their lifetime only 1 in every 4 black women are going to get married now in this present day history, because it hasn't reverted back or changed to what the 60s or even what the 70s. So talking about a big change in lifestyle. So now you do have a point where a lot of women are got disconnect with men, and I think more or less using men for sex and men using women for sex, and not really getting to know somebody, having a really permanent relationship with somebody. So I think that works in this further in this divorce thing and this lack of marriage rate. You got 54% now of black males who are single and have no children, and are starting to move up the economic ladder, doing different things, combining jobs, having 1, maybe 2 jobs, moving up. So you have that kind of thing on the rise now with black males, but you still have the shortage of the marriage situation. So I would think, man, to solve that kind of situation there is that the black males, man, might have to just cross over. You might have to cross over to Spanish women, white women, Asian women, cross over and find somebody that you can have that meeting of the minds with, because a lot of old school women want a man to be with them, honest, love them. They want to have that family, nurture that family. A lot of households, a lot of women of different ethnics still cooking food and serving food for their families, 7 days a week. When a lot of other, when a lot of black families, I guess, going to fast foods, spending more money and getting less nutrition, because they don't want to take time to cook or do that type of thing, because they might be working or bringing income into the house. And so a lot of women work and bring income to the house, and single parents, they're paying money on daycare. If they're not subsidized by the government, they're buying cheaper, faster food, which has less nutrition from fast food places, fast food joints they call it. So you have a whole bunch of things going on there, tends like the easier path, people take an easier path as far as cooking, easier path as far as raising kids, easier path. So in essence, what has happened to the black female is that her average height size is about 5'4", and her average weight is about 187, which means she's about 40 or 50 pounds overweight. Anyway, which causes health problems, and causes people to be lazy, causes people to have less, want to talk more, work things out less, because they're heavy, they're overweight, they're obese, they're tired, they're dragging, they're huffing and puffing. So, got a lot of things causing it. But again, it wasn't so much a natural occurrence as it was a man-made occurrence, a system by a think tanks got together and said, well, how can we stem or slow down this 12.1%? Because it proved during a Reconstruction, when slavery ended, how far black people rised up, how far they achieved things, being married couples, stable in America, jumping that broomstick, raising those families, When the male is in a household, it says that children benefit tremendously more than single households. So this thing which has caused now, it's kind of like a domino effect. I don't think it needs any more help. It's almost like inner city crime amongst black people. Once it kind of starts and happens, it takes a serious think tank to correct it. And people who are seriously think tank are usually ones thinking about how to destroy stuff and not fix things. So, I think you have to just take it all, put it in a bunch, and give it to your Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Because on your own, I don't think you're gonna be able to repair this thing. You got all kinds of desires and moves and changes and swings, but you got a society against you, and 12.1% is the minority, man. Way down in the minority thing, almost knocking on 10% door. So I think that regroup that 54% of black males who are single and don't have any kids. I think that what you have to do, man, is that you have to re-examine yourself and say, well, okay, what am I going to do? If you can't find a black female again to have a love relationship and a meeting of the minds and able to get married and raise a family, then there's no sense in not having love in your life or companionship. You have to seek it someplace else, because whatever your offspring is going to be, it's going to carry your last name, and it's going to be Black American. Black American in another phase, almost like Jewish American. You see a lot of Jewish people look like they're exactly European, like white. A lot of Jewish men marry white women, and a lot, because they were successful Jewish men, they married white women, had children, and so on and so on. So then you look at a lot of Jewish people, you think, well, they're just white. You don't see the ethnic thing that you might have saw back in the 30s, 20s, and 30s, 40s, and 50s with Jewish people. You see a more European look. I think it's the same kind of transformation that's going to happen to black males. You're gonna mix with white. You're gonna mix with Hispanic and Asian, and you're gonna have kids that are gonna be raised in a family, a nuclear unit. They're gonna be more educated, smarter, wiser, more family orientated, healthier, stronger, and it's gonna change the face of Black America. And the black female who for whatever reason can't really hook up with the black male, she's gonna carry whoever the name she has it by. If she has a baby's by an African man, and she's going to assume that African last name. Or she's going to try to carry her maiden name, which normally happens to people who don't get married. Everything that's still carrying that maiden name and that kind of thing. Or they're going to marry or black women have women by a Hispanic man and carry the Spanish name. So the man is dominant. His name usually carries on. So that's how it's going to be. That's how the breakdown is going to be. But I would advise men to do that. I would advise you to be single, looking for somebody who don't want you. Just go on with your life, man. The same way that the people go and get jobs, and some people go to gyms and work out, and some people save money, get homes and houses and all that. Keep achieving, keep moving. You're 54%, you got no kids. The world is your oyster, man. You can pretty much balance, do what you want to do. You got this thing called bros, going abroad and all this kind of stuff. But you got the world coming here to America, so you can pretty much talk, and matter of fact, it might even cause you to learn a Spanish language or another language. It might improve everything. And the more languages you learn, the more money you're gonna make anyway. Because the more problems you solve, the more money you make. So look, stay black in America, brothers out there. 54% that are married, that are single and no kids. Hey man, have your families. Live that American dream, because it's your life. It's your life. You only get one chance to live it here in America. There's no sense in being with somebody who don't want to be with you or somebody that don't value you. So, that's my advice to you, Black America, because I'm one of you, and all the shades of Black America got. I'm Black America 100%, man. So, married since '83. It's 2023 right now. Long time to be married, right? Still married. Raised all 4 children inside the house. They're all doing well. Thank God they stayed out of the justice system. Nobody's locked up. Everybody's employed and making money. And so that's what you want in life, I was fortunate to have marry me a Black American woman. I'm very fortunate to have that. But comes in all shapes and all sizes, man. So gotta trust in your Lord and Savior Jesus Christ and pray, because bottom line, that's the answer to all things. And and opportunities and luck come along with preparation. Always prepare. So guys out there hustling, you're making those jobs, whether you're working for a delivery service or whatever you're doing to make money, keep making money, keep praying, keep your eye on the prize, and see if you can find yourself a winner out there. If you can find yourself, which is a wife indeed, not somebody trying to plan or trying to be a wife, but somebody who's actually a wife, somebody who's raised up, know how to cook food, take care of the family, be submissive, but yet on equal terms as a husband, and how to talk, communicate, work those things out, man. So you have those vacations, you have the kids educated. You don't have to worry about so much just putting kids into the system as far as daycare and paying a bunch of money doing that. You can spend your money more on investments and traveling and other things of that nature to make your life more pleasant, better, worth living, exciting, that type of thing. So look, stay black in America the next time. Subscribe to my channel, like, share, and all that.